all these comments.
Photoshop your hips? No, I don't.
No. You wanna see your hip? No. You wanna see your hip? No. You wanna see your hip?
Eventually, Danielle pulls me aside and tells me that she needs to talk to me and tells me her real age. She tells me that she's 16 years old. What's concerning, because we had this conversation about when she turns 18, what is she gonna do?
Her family doesn't feel worried about a 14-year-old being posted in those kind of positions, in those kind of manners, dating a now 18-year-old.
Do this at this age, I'm letting you do that. I allowed you to have an abortion, and this is all the shit that they're saying on there. I allowed so much that I shouldn't have allowed. And it's allowed you to be the person you become and just think it's okay to act the way you can towards me. We don't have a relationship.
And nobody even understands what happened because you guys weren't there and you guys think you guys know it all and you don't.
Danielle Cohn is one of the most popular infamous social media stars who's not old enough to drive, not old enough to drink, but has a huge adult male audience. Today we're going to be investigating the dark truth about what it's like to be Danielle Cohn. This is a modern day child star.
I'm not pregnant. I've never even done anything to be pregnant.
Your daughter went through something beyond terrible that you, as an adult, it doesn't matter. You're the one that possibly allowed it on the internet too because you don't know how to isolate also.
With over 19 million TikTok followers, 4.5 million Instagram followers, Danielle Cohn is an established influencer who started her career on the Musical.ly app, posting provocative dances. The only problem is, she was like 9 or 10 when she started out on Musical.ly. Danielle's real age is 14 years old, according to her birth certificate that was leaked online by her father. It says she was born September the 14th, 2006, currently making her 14 years old, just about to turn 15. However, most of her fan base believes she's almost 18 as her and her mother have constantly lied about her age online. They did this in order to get more sponsorship opportunities. So Danielle and her mother are no strangers to scandals, as her followers are constantly speaking out about their concerns for her well-being. CPS has been called numerous times. In fact, they have 30 cases with CPS, but because Danielle tells them there's nothing wrong and her mum isn't mistreating her, there's not much they've been able to do. Unfortunately, some of the things Danielle's mum has pushed her daughter to do are highly illegal. And although it's all sort of hush-hush and no one truly knows how bad it is for Danielle behind the scenes, everyone knows for sure Danielle is going to have lifelong trauma and issues as a result of what her mother's been pushing her to do. Over the years, more and more has come to light and been exposed about what's really going on in Danielle's world. It seems like every friend she and her mother have had have ended up exposing them and leaving them. Even people from her past, like way back from when she was like a little girl, have made exposing videos online about them.
Okay, this was from 2013 and this is my pageant video, but here's Danielle Cohn and this is her saying her real age. And this was made in 2013.
Hello everyone, my name is Danielle Cohn, I'm 7 years old from Orlando, Florida.
Shed door open.
Mickey Mouse. I'm a cheerleader, gymnast, and enjoy flag football. But when I grow up, I would like to become a professional cheerleader, because I love to cheer. It doesn't work out. I would like to become a veterinarian, because I love animals. Thank you.
And Danielle's ex-boyfriends have also exposed the truth about what happens behind the scenes. But it wouldn't be surprising that her exes would expose her because they're manipulators, they've used her for clout, and they're all significantly older than her, to the point where some of her relationships were and still are illegal. Literally no one can keep quiet about this kind of stuff. Her mum treats her so poorly, and there's always been huge issues surrounding child stars getting exploited for money by their parents and management, and it's not like they're adults and they can reveal and expose what's going on, like Lindsay Lohan, for example, because they're children. They have no idea just how badly they're being manipulated. Nowadays, child social media stars have become a thing, and it's so easy to get famous on the internet these days. And the internet is a very dangerous place, but it's also a place where you can't really hide your wrongs. So for people like Danielle Cohn and other child stars, their followers are literally able to see just how badly they're being mistreated, and in turn, they're able to speak out against it in hopes of change. age. Whereas you couldn't really do that 20 years ago when you couldn't see what was going on when the cameras were turned off. Danielle Cohn grew up in Orlando, Florida. She loved to perform from a very young age and was constantly competing in and winning beauty pageants. Her mum, Jennifer Archambault, worked 2 jobs to support her son and her daughter as she was a solo mum. Danielle's frequently talked about how her dad left them and how life was really difficult for them, but that may be because her dad has voiced his concerns multiple times on social media about how angry he is that her mother lets Danielle promote herself on social media inappropriately for her age. So while Danielle's mum worked 2 jobs, Danielle started filming lip syncing and dancing videos on the family's iPhone. Because remember, at this point in time, she was approximately 9 or 10 years old, so of course she wouldn't have an iPhone of her own. But then fast forward to 2016, Danielle began to post these videos on Musical.ly, the video app that would later be acquired by TikTok. So as Danielle started posting on Musical.ly, the trending app at that point in time, her skill for creating and editing videos developed, and she amassed over 1 million followers in a very short amount of time. Not long after taking off on the app, she started getting sponsorships, normally about $400 to $500 per post. Now that she was earning really good money off sponsored posts, her family, aka her mum Jen, saw the opportunity at hand and thought it would be a good idea to move their family out to LA, where Danielle could get more opportunities. Jen told Business Insider in an interview back in August 2020, when her numbers started going up on Musical.ly, she started getting invited to events, and some of these events were in LA, so we came out here to attend, and she loved it so much out here that we just ended up moving. After moving to LA, Danielle launched her music career. In May 2017, Danielle released her debut single, Marilyn Monroe, and she was apparently 10 years old in this video, which is really scary considering she's dancing around with all these adult males, and there's teenage boys in just about every shot. As Danielle's following increased, her content and appearance progressed too, as did her relationships, raising eyebrows on social media because people were like, hold on a second, this is a preteen. What does her mom think of all this? And well, her mom was encouraging it. Risque photo shoots were the norm for Danielle, so were romantic relationships with people who were well older than her, 18 in fact. Danielle has publicly been in a relationship with Sebastian Topetti, who was 17 or 18 at the time they started dating, and Danielle was only 11. Not long after Danielle posted a video to her channel called Our First Time, implying that she and Sebastian were having sex. An 11-year-old and a 18-year-old? Like, WTF? Anyway, literally a month after posting this video, Danielle posted this video called My Relationship Status, Why We Broke Up. Danielle has had other relationships with 18-year-olds since breaking up with Sebastian, and it's really sad to see her get used so much, especially being so young. The adults around her have definitely failed her. So the topic of her age started trending when all these old guys she was hanging out with came into the picture. Thousands of followers are commenting saying there's no way Danielle could be as old as she says she is, and that's when people from Danielle's past started posting evidence that proved Danielle's real age. Someone even posted pics of Danielle's elementary school yearbook, which suggests that she was in 4th grade during the 2015-2016 year. This is when even more people started urging Danielle to confirm her real age with proof. Danielle's well-being then came into question when she teased on social media that she was both married and pregnant to Mikey Tua. This was then later confirmed to be a prank. However, her fans were still very worried. After Danielle quickly rose to fame, her mum and her brother started having trouble dealing with all the backlash. Jen constantly played the victim so many times on social media, it's not funny. She's always acting like she's really hard done by, but then laughs publicly when CPS turns up. I know she turns 15 very soon, I think it's like the 14th of September, but she's so young to even be experiencing this type of shaming. And it's not even her fault. Her mother literally pushes her to work 24/7. And there's been leaked recordings published on the internet that proves this. And poor Danielle, she probably wants a break, but her mother Jen just doesn't want to have to go back to working 2 jobs as a single mum, so literally forces her daughter to act like this online 24/7 so they can live a life of luxury and travel the world. Danielle's mum constantly plays the victim and just acts like she's getting hate for no reason. And yeah, to be honest, the internet, being a public figure, you do get hate, but Jenna's getting a huge amount of it because of what she's pushing her daughter to do and allowing her to do, but she just acts like she's got haters for no reason. When will this woman learn? They have 30 CPS cases, according to Michael Weist, which was Danielle's former manager, and CPS doesn't just visit someone's home for no reason. They have genuine concerns for Danielle's welfare. It wasn't until Danielle's father took to social media, absolutely fed up, and he had exposed his daughter's birth certificate. Her father was so distressed, and he wasn't allowed to see her for such a long time because her mum wouldn't let that happen. But apparently now Danielle does have more to do with her dad, but we'll get onto that later on in the video. But yeah, he was very distressed at this point in time because he'd go online to see his young daughter, who should have been in school. That's another thing that needs serious discussing. And he'd see her online with barely any clothes on, companies paying huge money to promote the inappropriate products of Danielle, like that Bing energy drink. So, you know, here comes along Danielle's father looking online and sees this little girl dancing with barely any clothes on. He's effing fuming, and rightfully so.
Hey guys, this is the real Dustin Cohn, Danielle Cohn's father. I'm definitely tired of all the stuff her family has said about me and all the stuff that's been going with the relationship and all that, and I've had enough. I'm ready to come out. I am starting a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel. I will also be going through multiple things and explaining the entire story because I'm just tired of it. Hey guys, how you doing? This video is to describe kind of more of what has gone on recently since I had posted that video, or more of that post about a year ago, before we get into more of the older stuff. When I posted that post about a year ago, since then I have not seen Danielle. She has not been sent here. She is definitely not happy with me because of that post. The one thing I do want to say to everybody is I think people understand that the fact of that post was not for anything other than to just explain my position. I care about my daughter. I love my daughter. I wish I was with her as often as I was supposed to be with the custody agreement that I fought for in court. This is an agreement that was signed by her mother. This is an agreement that should be held up, but has never been held up. In the end, I feel bad for my daughter. I don't blame her for any of this stuff. That if she wanted to stay in this influencer with this, at this point, I don't know how you get away from this kind of lifestyle. I mean, she's been in it. She has so many fans, that kind of stuff. I mean, I understand where she is at that point. But to me, the way it's being done, I feel like as a 14-year-old, she could sing and do whatever she wants online and be completely fine without having to post herself in the way she's being posted. The way she is posted, it worries all of us. Any of us in the family, how her family doesn't feel worried about a 14-year-old being posted in those kind of positions, in those kind of manners, dating a now 18-year-old is confusing to me. How those family members can go online and say things about me. Some of these family members, I mean, have children themselves, and you're okay with your child being handled and dealt with the same way that Danielle's being dealt with and exploited online. In the end, I would love for Danielle to do what she wants to do. I don't want any hate towards Danielle, and I definitely don't want people hating on her and saying stuff to her online, and because I'm posting this stuff, I don't want people coming at her. That is not about that. I can go on here and I can complain about her mother, but we all have seen enough videos. I don't need to say anything about anybody. I'm truly as positive a person as I can be I mean, in life in general, if you're not positive now and you don't understand why being positive is like so needed, you're lost. And so to me, why my daughter is posted in a manner which is a 14-year-old, which I still believe, if she really wanted to be online and posted in a respectable way, she would still be able to have the same career. People would probably love her more. Why someone would want to post her and allow her to deal with this kind of drama online, I don't understand. It kills me. It's killed me for years. This is why I've always had a major issue with pageants, online, any of that kind of stuff. And her family knew that. So my question is, for her family especially, how do you support this? And why? Hey guys, first things first, everybody's been asking about the birth certificate, so here it is. Obviously she is 14, just turned 14 on March 7th. She was born on 2006. Here is the proof. Multiple people have shown this birth certificate. My mom had multiple members of her family calling her constantly, screaming at her, leaving crazy messages over the fact that she told the truth. Once again, this is the true birth certificate. I will show it again as many times as we need. This is to prove that this is what's going to happen from now on. We're going to tell the truth.
After Danielle's dad leaked her birth certificate online in hopes Danielle's disturbing online career would stop, Danielle and her mother denied the claims about her age, and Danielle spoke out against her father. And after doing so, her dad stopped exposing her publicly. I'm assuming he started taking legal action against her mother, not entirely sure, but presently I do know that Danielle does currently have a relationship with her dad, and she may be moving back to Florida to have a bit more to do with him. But anyway, back when this was going all down, Danielle had said at that time on her Instagram story, "I want you to know that writing this letter did not come easily for me. There were parts of my life that I wish you were there, but then I finally understood that growing up without you is the best thing for me. Our paths have crossed and they are divided again, and to be truthful, I like it much better that way. This isn't a letter expressing my bitterness, but rather my thanks to you for not being there. I want to be mad at you. I want to throw something at you and tell you that you ruined my life, but that simply isn't the case. Growing up without a biological father is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I want you to notice that I said biological. I have many people taking your place. My mum, my grandparents, my brother, my friends' parents, the list goes on and on. You keep talking about my mum, so let me set you straight. For years, I watched my mum grow with me. At the time, I didn't know it, but I now see that she struggled. She wanted only the best for me, and she did whatever she could so that I would have it. She understood that early mornings and long nights would be tough in the moment, but helped me in the long run. My mother played both roles, and I couldn't be more proud of her. I hope that one day I'm at least half the woman that she is, and twice the parent you could ever be. There is so much damage you've caused that I will never be able to forgive you. Like going to social media instead of personally reaching out to me. You laid out lies and spoke about me as an enemy would, but the fact is that you lied about it all. We have not had a relationship, and you never were involved in my life as a father should be. Even after you kicked out my mum, you still lied. To this day, you have never told the truth, because it's easy for you, isn't it? You have your new family, my new little half-sister that you couldn't let me know was born, but you want me in your life. You hate my mum so much that you have made excuses on why we never had a father-daughter relationship. You sit here on social media posting all these lies and expect me to have an ounce of respect or love for you when you could have easily addressed these so-called issues years ago. You receive emails from people who hate me, and you run onto social media to express your concerns. It's actually comical. And since you addressed grandma, my relationship with her was ruined way before social media, but you want to place blame everywhere else but yourselves. All my life you've been in and out of my life, and it hurt me deeply years ago. Today I sit and wait for you to grow up, wait for you to let go of your pride and put your daughter first. But one can only wait so long. You may be ready to act like a man when it's too late. You will apologise and blame your fault on others, but all I will do is laugh because it was you who missed out. I will hold my head high and shed a tear. That tear represents my sorrows you caused, but I will let the tear go and not dwell on it any longer. The last part. You continually try to drag my mum's name in the dirt. You keep telling people that she forces me to do this and do that. She does not force me to do anything that I don't want to do myself. I have a mind of my own. I have set goals in my life, and all I'm doing is attaining them. And because you're not a part of it, you want to sit here on social media and bash my mum. Fact is, my mum has been there through thick and thin. You can never measure up to her. Even with all the negative stuff that you're saying about her, she will be a better parent and has been a better parent than you can ever be in your lifetime. You must be high. Time for you to go to rehab. You are completely delusional. Facts are you never played a role in my life and you never will. Thank yourself and thank Heather for writing that beautiful post on FB. I've addressed this more than I should have. Despite Danielle's constant scrutiny that unfolded after her birth certificate was leaked online, she continued her career online like nothing was wrong. And to this day, she gets into multiple scandals almost every other week, it seems. Danielle really wanted her music career to take off, but unfortunately, although she does get a fair amount of views on her videos, the response is always negative. In June of 2020, Danielle released a song called Do It Better, where her team was scrutinised for filming a music video of her prancing around a tiger that was chained up. So unfortunately for Danielle, her music career hasn't really taken off over the years, despite her dreams. However, she now has 19 million followers on TikTok, where she gets to live out her lip-syncing dreams. Her TikTok, though, is so disturbing for a 14, nearly 15-year-old. The amount of views she gets as well on her highly provocative videos, you can only imagine the amount of predators that follow her account, and no one blinks an eye. No one. In July of 2020, this is where things took a huge turn. Everything was exposed online. Danielle's mum, Jen, got put on blast by a former friend of hers who had secretly recorded Danielle and her mum having a private conversation about Danielle's abortion. This former friend is a lady called Virginia, and her daughter used to hang out with Danielle heaps. So obviously this woman Virginia would see the way Jen treated Danielle from within their own home. Basically, she got fed up with how Jen was manipulating her daughter and decided to secretly record a private conversation of theirs and then upload it to the internet for the world to see just how Danielle was being treated behind the scenes.
That's not how you start the conversation. I would be hurt if my mom started the conversation. You want me in here? There's no relationship.
No, she doesn't care. Believe
She
me.
does. Don't.
No.
In order for you to understand her mind means you have to be in her mind. Stop being a victim.
24/7.
Be an adult right now.
I know, but I know she doesn't give one shit.
Disconnect right now. I want you to talk to your daughter.
I'm.
She's your
I
daughter.
think it's best. Okay, so she just smirks.
What?
I can't do it.
I can't smile.
She's just looking at you, bro. Just stop. You're very fucking. You're like, bro. Don't look at her.
I think it's best for you to go live with Dustin for a while. There's no relationship between us.
But my thing is,
Wait.
Can I finish?
Wait, let her talk and then you jump in. Here, you have the remote. Remember we did that last time? You have the remote? You talk only. Don't say a word.
No relationship between us, and I don't want to have a relationship with you like this anymore. I can't do it, and I cannot deal with you not sticking up for me in some sense. And you're cold-hearted to me all the time. Like, you only care about yourself and what's best for you, and you just don't think about how other people feel unless it's you or Mikey. And we can't get along at all, and I think we just need some time away from each other and not to make all these decisions, because I've allowed you to live with your boyfriend, I've allowed you to do all this shit. So it's like you just think it's okay to be okay, it's not okay. I'm getting all kinds of shit on the internet right now about being a horrible mom and all stuff, and I'm starting to really think I am, because it is true. I'm letting you do this at this age. Do this at this age. I'm letting you do that. I allowed you to have an abortion. And this is all the shit that they're saying on there. I allowed so much that I shouldn't have allowed. And it's allowed you to be the person you become and just think it's okay to act the way you can towards me. We don't have a relationship.
Can I talk? Just really quick.
No, wait. Wait. I want to just touch base on two things that you said. I'm going to take the fucking microphone. Okay?
She thinks everything's a fucking...
It's not. She's a child. This is what kids do. And no offense, when my mom talked, I would laugh. It's so fucking funny, and I get slapped in the face. It's a reaction. That's not maybe how she feels. But you saying the things that you're saying to this girl is fucking beyond me, Jen. Like, if you really think about it, if you step back and say, let me be my daughter, and let my mom say this to me, would this be okay? It's not okay. Your daughter went through something beyond terrible that you, as an adult, it doesn't matter. You're the one that possibly allowed it on the internet too, because you don't know how to fucking isolate also. I tell you a lot of things that shouldn't be on the internet with your daughter, and you're like, it got on there.
He didn't put it on there.
You innuendos put shit on there. You don't have to put it on there. There's subliminal messages and innuendos, and these little fucking critters that are behind screens are detectives. Why? They got nothing else going on, but let me search everything.
It was Ethan that started it.
Who gives a It's something that happened in your daughter's life. I don't give a about social media. You should care about what your daughter personally feels. Have you sat with your daughter and said, hey, Danny, how do you feel emotionally what you've been through? Because no one has probably sat with her and said, hey, what are you going through?
You make disgusting comments about abortion all the time.
You shouldn't. That's the worst thing.
You said to me, you were like, at least I didn't kill my child. You
Yeah,
literally
well,
said
because
that
you
to
say
me.
mean shit to me.
You say that in anger.
Okay,
I
but
say
that's
that
a
in
different type
No,
of thing.
it's
You don't
not.
say something
Because you do the same shit to me, and then I do it
me
back.
saying freaking childish insults is a difference
No,
than
it's not.
literally
You say a
pushing
lot
on a
worse
topic
shit.
that you know that
You
I'm
say a
sensitive.
lot worse shit. Don't even go there. Don't even go there with me.
No.
You know it. Okay, Danny,
The
whatever.
abortion is probably like the hardest subject for me to talk about, and you always bring it up.
After these secretly recorded conversations got leaked online, there was a huge uproar of people standing up for Danielle. Lots of petitions were made, CPS was called, and then Danielle finally responded in a video she'd posted to her channel called The Truth About My Abortion, where she explained just how alone and isolated she was having to go through this awful experience. And what made it worse was that her mum was literally holding the camera filming Danielle. This obviously put a lot of pressure on Danielle on what to say and what not to say, because her mum treated her so horribly throughout this whole experience. So it's really unsettling to watch, knowing that she's standing there filming her daughter open up about this. So, obviously Jen was outraged that she'd gotten exposed, and Virginia leaked more messages, once again exposing what Jen was really like. Jen yelled on the phone to Virginia at one point while all the drama was going down, and then spun this narrative that Virginia was the one who hurt her daughter. To the adult who hurt my child, I hope your daughter never has to feel or suffer the pain my child has and is going through. Virginia was not backing down at this point. In fact, she even hopped on a phone call with Danielle's uncle to discuss Jen's behaviour and leaked that phone call online.
I know. I'm trying to. Now that I'm more involved, hopefully I can get through to her.
You're not going to, because she will not acknowledge her wrongs. And she's a liar, bro. She lies about everything.
I know she lies about a lot of things. It drives me crazy, but...
Why does she lie about your niece's age? She's 14. Why is Mikey still in the picture when he's 18 years old?
With that, though, it's not my place to say. And I've been telling her to go clean about her age for so long.
We all have. Even her daughter has.
Yeah. But I haven't been out here enough to actually make a difference.
And I wish you would, because I thought she had your other brother out there to make a difference. But she degrades... Yeah, but she degrades your other brother. She says all he does is play video games and is a friend to Danielle. He defends Danielle. That's all he does.
I mean, she's kind of right. That's all he does is play video
Well, then you know what? Then he doesn't need to be there. He's not doing anything.
Listen, we had a huge argument yesterday because I said, the 2 days I've been out here, all I've seen is you guys ridicule Jen. Like, that's not helping. It's not helping at all. She needs real help.
Listen, I tried to help her. Listen, Christine tried to help her. Jesus tried to help her. I tried to help her. I truly have cared about that girl. But you know what? All hands are off now because you told a CPS worker, this is how you personally feel about my daughter. Who says this type of I call my daughter a fat absolutely not, Rich.
Listen, I want you to know that I do. My heart does hurt that I did have to release that video. My heart does hurt that I did release that, and it hurts that it did bring pain to Danny and to Jennifer. But at the end of the day, nothing else worked behind closed doors.
Yeah, I think in a way, I think it was kind of like a relief for Danny. I see a different person now. I'm so proud of her. How brave she was. Like,
she needs to be, and you know what? It's not her fault. Danielle is not at fault at all, and. Listen, I understand Danielle can be manipulative and all this other stuff, but Danielle's a really good kid, and all she wants to do is have her mom be a mom. You know what your niece said to her mom? She said, Mom, I want to get in trouble for kid stuff. You don't talk to me like I'm your daughter. You talk to me like a social media person. And I tell Jen all the time.
I mean, that might be because she is a social, and she's thrown into adult situations all the time.
Exactly.
And most of the parents out here.
Virginia then featured in multiple interviews online exposing Jen, and also posted lots of Instagram videos discussing why she wouldn't be turning a blind eye.
Jennifer, I'm going to address you since you like to keep blaming me and bringing me involved. I recorded you for the simple fact is that you're a liar. You continually lie. I needed evidence because words meant nothing. They needed proof. So I had to give them some proof. And you display it on a daily basis. You have involved me numerous times. Your daughter has confided in me. She has told me so many things. I have witnessed so many things. There's no reason for me to lie. This is not about clout. This is not about you know, because I don't like you and it's on a personal level. This has nothing to do with it. It has to do with Danielle and what's right for her. I'm the only adult that is sticking up and not turning a blind eye like everybody else. Okay? I have no reason to try and hurt Danielle or want to hurt Danielle, let alone you. I tried to help you. Unfortunately, you didn't see that. You want to keep coming on social media and put out lies. You're great at jumping online. You're great at putting your daughter behind a camera, but you as an adult can't confront or get on camera yourself. But you can easily have your child lie about her age. You can easily have her lie about people. You can easily have her go in front of a camera about the procedure and say that the boy took advantage of her or put her in a situation that she wasn't okay with. Did you fail to forget that your daughter was not a virgin when she was with this boy that you claim to not know? Oh, we didn't put his name out there. You don't have to put his name out there. The kid is getting enough hate. And we all know who the kid is if everyone follows Danielle. It was Ethan. And we all know Ethan and Danielle broke up when? When did they break up? January? The beginning of January? He found out after the fact. Didn't Danny say that she was still talking with Mikey? And I know they were, because I'm the one that had them have a conversation for closure. But apparently they kept talking behind everyone's back. So don't act surprised. I don't understand why you're surprised and keep blaming me. And another thing, there was a young girl from Waterbridge Elementary that went to school with both of our daughters, and she put out the abortion way before I did. Did we all forget?
And he for sure got an abortion. Or you just think she for sure got an abortion. You know, because that tattoo is for people. The tattoo mostly says it all. Because the tattoo, if you look up the reason that tattoo is a thing, is because if someone that dies, the angel winks says that they're in heaven. And the days that she said she had to go get surgery.
But I'm the one
kind of
that put this out there.
One of her friends.
Once again, you have no accountability for what you do to your child, Jennifer. That's the problem. One day, Jen, you will have accountability for what you have done to your daughter. You want to continually say, oh, it's Virginia, Virginia, Virginia. It's not me. What I was the adult that truly cared about Danielle. She confided on me, and you know that. How do I sit back and not say anything? Okay? You want to sit here and say, I'm trying to hurt your child and you're going to regret it and hope you sleep good at night? Sweetheart, I sleep great at night. I wasn't sleeping good at night when I was leaving the home, experiencing what I experienced with your daughter, hysterical crying. Even Mikey was crying the day before his birthday. How you were acting like a complete animal and a lunatic. Okay? So you know what, Jen? I will call CPS on you 1,000,000 more times until you are held accountable for what you have done. You can continually blame me. It's all good. Your own family knows that you're a piece of crap. And no matter what, I love Danielle. And yeah, she can hate me right now, but I'd rather be hated for doing the right thing than sitting back or turning a blind eye all of a sudden when people know what's going on. They know what type of mom you are. And then you want to start befriending all these people that you had issues with. I find that truly comical, to befriend certain people and now all of a sudden you're besties because you and I have a fallout. You didn't forget all the crap that you talked about that person and about her child. They knew and they felt that you were a bad parent. But because the girls need to be friends, now everyone is a great parent, everything else is pushed to the side? Absolutely not. I will never push it to the side. I'm going to continually stand up for what I know is right. And I'm not afraid of you, your minions, or anyone else. So here's what I'm telling you, Jen. Do me a favor. Take accountability for what you have done to your child. Stop talking about me. Stop saying things about me. Stop saying I'm a drug addict. I caused all these problems for your daughter. Stop calling CPS on me and putting false allegations. Because, sweetheart, I called CPS on you, but it's factual. There's nothing fake about what I'm saying about you. But you want to sit here and say shit? Listen, you said I blew weed in my daughter's face? Now it's in your face, sweetheart. And this is what it's called. You see that, sweetheart? Unlike you, buying for minors, my stuff is legal, sweetheart. You should. It actually relaxes you. So stop talking about me, stop bringing me up, because every time you do, I'm gonna come back harder. You say I don't have stuff on you? Yes, I do, sweetheart. Yes, I do. And be prepared, because it's coming, and I don't feel bad. You wanna know why? Because these people were all concerned, and now all of a sudden, they're not. I'm not afraid of anybody. So yeah, I am that chick that will record every conversation. When you reach out to me, I'm gonna record you. I'm gonna record you. Why? Because you're a liar. Everything you say is a lie. You can't lie on your own voice. But apparently you can. Okay? So once again, keep coming at me, Jen. Keep throwing subliminal darts. Keep involving me. Keep telling people that I'm the one to blame for everything that happened in your daughter's life. Have accountability, sweetheart, because you will have it. And sweetheart, I will see you one day. Have the same energy. Have this same energy when you see me, sweetheart. Because it's not a threat. Unlike everyone else, I'm not afraid of you. Okay? I'm like you, Jennifer. I don't need to put on a facade or put up a show, like make some pancakes, cooking for the family, acting like you love each other, take a picture with a filter. Like, sweetheart, my life is good. Even through all the hell I've been through. And sweetheart, you put it out there. I don't care. My life is good. My daughter is great.
At this point, Jen went into a deep depression, and even though Danielle still defends her mum on social media to this day, everyone knows how terrible Jen is to her daughter and how money hungry she is. She is literally the mummager of a child star that gets exploited at 7 days a week just for a paycheck. I also want to make it clear that Jen has constantly defended herself in the past by saying things like, "Oh no, I don't get any money out of Danielle. I don't wear designer clothes, none of that." But yet she dictates what houses Danielle should rent, and they're paying like 15 grand a month for some of the houses that they're renting. And a 14-year-old shouldn't even be spending that much money on rent, in my opinion anyway. Nor should a 14-year-old be working 7 days a week. Education is a bit more important at that point of your childhood, and 13, 14-year-olds shouldn't be making adult decisions at that age, regardless of how rich they are. They should just enjoy being a kid. Danielle also owns a lot of really flash cars. Like, for a 14-year-old to own like a Tesla and a Range Rover, it doesn't make sense. Danielle's mum Jen also went off at Virginia at one stage, saying that she was jealous because they were going on holiday to Hawaii. But like, hello, who's paying for that trip, Jen? And how could they even afford that trip to begin with? Danielle's questionable dancing on the internet, that's what's paying for it. So yeah, it's no surprise to people that Danielle's mum is exploiting her. Some people will do anything for money. The fact that her mum also films Danielle and talks about her body and posts videos like so online, it's just so disgusting.
Yeah, she admitted she used to edit herself, and she doesn't anymore. I love how she doesn't even like touch the photo. Like, I've literally been taking her photos the whole time with the Hiji thing, and she just goes and posts it. But they all want to come back at her. Oh, you Photoshop, you make yourself. Yeah. Danny, show them your body so they can be quiet. Well, she's 14, so that's why she's in Hawaii. Plus, she got paid to come out here to do stuff. So, it's called a bathing suit. What do you want her to wear? Danny, show them your body so they can be quiet.
And there were rumours for a while that Danielle made an OF, and it turns out that she did. Well, the app is very similar to OF, and some people use it like an OF. It's called Fan Fuel. Danielle even posted a video to her channel in April this year discussing the app and the provocative photos that she posts to the app. So, you know, old men and her fans are paying for explicit pics of Danny on this app. Obviously, her mum knows about this, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's taking some of the pics for Danny. People are horrified and tired. it. Tired of calling CPS and getting nowhere. Tired of exposing her mom and getting nowhere. You know, it's never going to stop. Even the police have been contacted at this point, and it's just really upsetting and distressing for everyone to see. This poor girl is getting exploited left, right and centre. Also, it's important to note that Danielle's first exclusive content account actually got deleted, but it appears that she's created a new one and is regularly posting to it. She also recently went off at people for getting her account deleted.
I've never freaking seen someone with a bikini on that they're literally making TikTok to delete all my freaking videos and then go for what? A bikini? You go to the beach and you see a bikini on a person, so why does it matter if I post a bikini? And for all of you commenting about my own, I do not have an OnlyFans. And for one, I literally had to, it got taken away because everyone was posting and saying, oh, you post on there, blah blah blah, like you're too young to post. I don't post on there. I post literally the same as my Instagram pictures. It's literally just rare pictures of me, but all these people just swipe up because all these freaking weirdo guys think that it's but it's not. And then everyone goes on there and they're like, oh my god, she has an exclusive content thing, and they automatically think it's not. The worst I've probably ever posted is a bikini picture on there, and I post that on my Instagram. So, and yeah, on my Snapchat I blur it out. That's not my fault. If you take it as, oh, you think that's your own fault, because it's not. So if you actually bought it and you could see, you wouldn't realize that it's not. So it's so annoying because literally everyone is just trying to freaking start stuff with me right now, and it is so annoying. And most of the people are literally adults, so why are you messing with a freaking teenager? If you're over the age of 30, why? I don't know, it's so annoying. I literally cannot deal with it anymore. I'm just it's a bikini. Why is my page getting blocked and stuff because I'm posting in a bikini? What? Wait, I'm sorry you're eating shit, guys, by the way. Well, I'm ranting to you guys. But anyways, like I said, I'm no longer working with FanFuel because people were making it such a big deal and giving FanFuel a lot of hate, and I'm no longer working with them either because if they want to basically take my page down and not give me the money I've earned that I've made for my exclusive little app thing, and take away all my subscribers, everything, it's because why people are hating on you. I'm sorry, it's a bikini. What, because I have big boobs they think it's a freaking something? I'm sorry. If I'm gonna go in a bikini, I'm sorry my boobs are gonna look big. That's just my boobs. What do you want me to do, get smaller boobs? People make no sense. What, because I have thick thighs, so when I sit, my pictures it looks like I'm trying to show my ass, but I'm not. That's just my body type. So people need to chill out. And everyone's oh, it's because you're this age, that age. I don't really think age matters. You go to the freaking pool or the beach and you're gonna see girls in bikinis. Why are people acting like it's some huge thing that's going on? It's really not. I see other girls posting in bikinis, other girls posting pictures with their freaking out. I see girls on TikTok literally twerking in bikinis, and no one says shit to them, but people say it to me. Makes no sense. It's not right. It isn't right. And everyone in these comments saying you're conceited. No, I'm right. I'm sorry. Just because my boobs are big so they look out all the time? No, it's just called having big boobs. That's literally all it is. You guys gotta chill out. And I need to enjoy my vacation, and I can't because all my videos, all my pictures, everything I post gets taken down because it's inappropriate. But other people can do it and not get in trouble.
But what her and her mother seem to forget is she was charging people $10 a month to see her exclusive pics. Majority of them were bikini pics, and it's safe to say that adults 18 plus are paying for this content. What business and justification does an adult have paying to see a minor in a bikini? Danielle claims, however, it's for her supporters to give them exclusive pics to make edits of her. Has Danielle and her mother had a look at who her supporters are? So we've briefly discussed how a lot of Danielle's relationships have always been with men or teenage boys that are way older than her. So for the sake of this video, I'm only going to be commenting on her prior and current relationships with some of these boys/men that are either 11 illegal or very concerning, because her mother has been encouraging some of these relationships. Not only that, but this has had a detrimental effect on Danielle's mental state over the years, and we've seen that whenever she's posted a breakup video. That's a lot for a child to have to go through, especially when dating someone significantly older. Some of these people are almost adults, or were adults at the time they dated her. You can only imagine the power dynamic and the manipulation tactics that they would have used against her, not to mention her own mother who allowed these relationships to take place under her roof. The first disturbing relationship we must discuss was back in July of 2017. So if Danielle was born on September the 14th, 2006, like it states on her birth certificate that was leaked online, Danielle would have been roughly 10, almost 11 years old, dating a 16-year-old. His name was Cole Gallotti, and she dated him for only a month. Very concerning indeed, but the man she dated after him is even more concerning. So fast forward to October of 2017, that would have made Danielle 11 years old. She started dating Sebastian Topiti, who is currently 20 years old, meaning at the time they dated, he would have turned 17 a couple months after they started dating. An 11-year-old dating a 17-year-old. They dated until May of 2018. That's a long time for a 17-year-old to be dating an 11-year-old. You can't tell me her mom didn't know what was going on, because all of this was public, and it honestly makes me really sick just to think about what a 17-year-old would be doing with an 11-year-old behind closed doors. It's just not right. It's illegal. They'd even posted a video called Our First Time, not clickbait. 5 months after splitting up, Sebastian posted a video exposing Danielle Cohn's real age and claimed he didn't know how old she was when he dated her. And this video somehow got him a get out of jail free pass. So in June of 2018, when Danielle was 11, almost 12, she started dating Mikey Tua, who was 16 years old at the time they started dating. This is probably her most scandalous relationship because there was so much exposing of each other online, and we must remember that Mikey was significantly older than Danielle. During the on and off relationship, Mikey actually ended up exposing Danielle with one of Danielle's friends after they had split up at one point. So basically, Mikey and Danielle's ex-best friend Diego secretly phoned Danielle while they were on live stream, and it exposed Danielle being racist.
Hello? No, put it on speaker. Listen to what she has to say. Hello? You want to listen to what she has to say? Hello? Yeah, say hi to my live. Say what's up to the live, bitch.
What did you just call me?
You heard me?
Okay, Diego, shut the up, okay?
Oh, yeah, like, I'm gonna take...
Nobody likes
yeah, I'm gonna listen to a 13-year-old. Nah, shut up.
Why don't you go back to your country?
What? What did she say?
Danielle and Mikey started raising serious concerns when they got married in April of 2019. Danielle was 12 or 13 at the time and also claimed she was pregnant. Apparently though, she'd lied about being pregnant and it was all just clickbait. But this was around the time where there was lots of media attention surrounding her age. Now, one of the most disturbing things that's been exposed online, and it involved Mikey Tua, was at one point a popular tea page on Instagram that's since been taken down now by Jen and Danielle's hardcore fans. Well, this tea page managed to get on a phone call with Mikey Tua during a time when Mikey and Danielle were split up, because as I mentioned before, they've been on and off for years. And Mikey had exposed on the phone call how when he was dating Danielle, Jen was apparently trying to get them to allegedly make an SE tape in hopes of it leaking online so that Danielle could be the next Kim Kardashian. The only problem is that Jen seems to forget Danielle was 14 when she allegedly wanted this to happen. This was that leaked phone call.
Other thing that I heard about, and I did tell your mom about this, like right when I found out, because the person was saying like, message Katie Tua and ask her, and she was just like, I don't think that's true, but here's the thing that I was messaged about. This person messaged me, told me that they were like an insider type of person, but they never verified who they were, so I told them I couldn't take them seriously if they weren't going to show me any proof. But they did know like a lot of stuff that only other like, you know, insider type people knew. But he told me, or she, that Danny and Jen are trying to have her have some kind of career like Kim Kardashian, and that basically they want her to have like a tape leaked. And I responded and I was like, that's ridiculous. Like,
she talked about it so much while I was dating her.
And that's what the person said to me. They said no, they wanted to do it with Mikey, and now they're going to do it with Ethan. and you can ask Katie, she knows all about it. And so I asked your mom, and she was like, what? No, I've never heard that before. Like, you know, I've only heard kids talk about it, but I never heard them say anything about it. And so then I was thinking, like, well, maybe it's because she's a parent, so they would be smart enough not to say it in front of her. But okay, so that is like a real thing. Okay, that's so gross.
The T-Page also revealed this. When I asked Mikey about this rumor, I fully expected him to tell me that it was just BS and that whoever had messaged me pretending to be on at the inside was giving me fake information. I was shocked and disgusted when he confirmed that it was true. For context, I had a handful of people who reached out to me and verified their identities privately because they wanted to help Danny, but didn't want people to know that they were giving me this information, and I've kept my word about that. This person who messaged me told me a lot of stuff that only someone in their inner circle would know, but I didn't take anything they said as fact because they wouldn't tell me who they were. When I asked a few people who knew Danny and Jen personally about whether or not it was true, they all gave me the same answer as Mikey. Shortly after this, someone discovered that there was a P-Hub entertainer account registered to Jen's email. Jen still claims that she was not responsible for this and that someone else did it in her name with her email, which makes no sense because she would have had to confirm those emails to fully create the account. I took this information to CPS and the police, but they did nothing. Hopefully putting it out there like this can change something. In June of 2020, Mikey Tua's mum had voiced her concerns publicly about their relationship after she had found out Danielle Cohn's true age, worried that her son would end up behind bars. Danielle then had a back and forth public argument with Mikey's mum defending their relationship. I don't want to get involved with this situation, but I'm just going to say this really quick. I love Mikey, so with that being said, I love his whole family. I've tried my best to become good with his family and form a relationship like we had in the past. I'm truly sorry to his whole family for anything I have done to them or have said about them, and will be sorry for the rest of my life. I know I was wrong for what I did, and I always will be sorry. I'm a young girl who is still learning about life, and yes, I make mistakes, but that shouldn't be held against me. For the past 2 years, me and Mikey have tried so hard for things to be resolved, but nothing ever would. I want Mikey to have a relationship with his family, and hate that he doesn't, but at the end of the day, he is going to do what he wants. Katie has done so many things to my family and almost got me taken away from my parents for spreading lies to police and CPS. She has even created hate pages against me. She has also posted info about me that shouldn't have ever been put online, like my address, phone number, legal documents about my family, and so much more. I believe that was all out of anger, and I've let it go. I forgive her for that because I know that it was a mistake made out of anger and in the moment. I went live and said a couple things, and she still won't talk to me. The whole family will always hold a place in my heart, but them always putting the blame on me needs to stop because I have nothing to do with Mikey's family issues. That's all him. I just hope one day she can learn to forgive me for what I did, like I forgive her for all the horrible things she did to me and my family. That's all I'm gonna say. Currently, Mikey and Danielle are not together. Danielle's with someone else, and it seems like in the past, Mikey was only with her when it was convenient for him. So this year, before Mikey turned 19 in June, Danielle and him were dating. They were on holiday together, and Mikey was seen drinking around Danielle. So apparently they broke up at the end of April, and Danielle had posted this to her Instagram story at the time. Someone had said, "Are you still dating Mikey?" To which she replied, "No, I hope he is doing okay, but we aren't together anymore. I have so much love for him and hope he is happy and doing good." Right before they split, there was speculation surrounding Mikey's treatment towards Danny, as fans said they could hear him say something highly offensive to Danielle right before she ended a live stream.
Give my car a pump. They'll give my car a Kyrie's because they know.
Say hi. I told you. Also, I just got on.
During one of Danielle and Mikey's splits, Danielle briefly dated someone called Ethan Fair, who she had actually gotten pregnant to, and he'd ran away and left her to deal with an abortion all by herself, which she recounted in her truth video. Without saying his name though, this was one of the hardest things Danielle ever had to go through, and as we know, her mum made her life a living hell at this point, as we found out with those leaked audios that Virginia had posted on the internet. So Danielle Cohn has recently gotten into yet another illegal relationship with an influencer, a man called Mason Patterson, who is 18 years old. And although they won't admit they are dating for legal reasons, it's pretty obvious they are by the types of content they're posting online. They're always hanging out with each other, and Mason also got caught kissing Danielle while she was on live stream.
Someone other than you.
I want to go to I literally like.
I want to go.
Danny, that was like, I'm literally like fucking shocked. Danny.
What are you doing?
Oh. Oh my. I literally did not know you were live. Oh crap. Oh no. Did you just start?
Yeah.
Hey. Oh no. What did I do? What did I do?
First time doing that on camera was supposed to be. That was cute though. I mean, it was cute. But
No, but it wasn't like good. Just tell him to shut up and don't say
yeah, don't say anything.
Don't record that. Don't do anything. Please don't post that, please.
Is it any surprise to anyone that Jen has said nothing about this? In a recent live stream Danielle posted, you can already tell how badly she's been manipulated into thinking that her relationships with men are completely normal for someone her age.
Why do you lie about your Asian date adults? Here's my opinion on that, is I think people make it such a big deal. If someone is over the age of 18 and they're like dating someone who's not 18, they make it like this huge deal when it's really not, because they're only like a couple, like 1 or 2 years younger than them. They're just not over 18 too, so it makes it look bad, but it's really not that bad, you know what I mean? Like if you're only like 1 or 2 years younger than someone, but just because they're over that like 18 mark, it makes it like this huge deal. And I don't really understand that. And I think also a lot of girls are more mature. Especially nowadays, a lot of girls have to mature quicker, and I think that a lot of the time they do date older boys just because they're at that maturity level to date an older boy. And I don't really feel like it's bad if you're dating someone a couple years older, or like 2 or 3, you know. Obviously, you know, if you're like 5 or 6 years older, like, you know, it's kind of like, that's a little sus, but I mean, 2 or like, I would say like 2 years is nothing. Like it's really nothing. People just make it look so bad because of the little 18 mark, but like it's not. Can y'all leave her the fuck alone? That's what I'm saying. That's what I be saying all the time, you know. But I mean, I'm gonna like, I'll probably make a video about the situation that's going on right now, because there's like people were like, a lot of people are saying that like I didn't like show receipts or whatever. I don't really feel the need to, but I mean, I will.
Remember that Segway guy from TannerCon who got into all that drama for promising Tanner an amazing event but then didn't perform well? Well, he's back and he's now a talent manager. Anyway, love or hate the guy, he exposed some seriously disturbing stuff that's been happening behind the scenes in Danielle's life. In his first exposing video, The Truth About My Client, Danielle Cohn, he exposed what it was like working for Danielle and her mother Jen. Danielle apparently told Michael that she had 300 grand in her bank account at one point, and then a couple months later she had less than 10 grand. This was a direct result of Jen taking advantage of her. Danielle also lied to Michael about her age, which raised some serious concerns for Michael, considering what they were discussing that Danielle would be doing when she turns 18. Michael literally said that Jen was pimping out her daughter, and just exposed things that we already know, like Jen being extremely inappropriate by essentially forcing her daughter to dress and act a certain way on camera. Jen also exposed to Michael that they have 30 CPS cases. 30, not surprising at all. Michael also briefly touched on Danielle's illegal relationship and acknowledged that Mason, her current boyfriend, was committing a crime by dating her. In the comments section, someone exposed that they too had been manipulated by Jen when they were a minor. They'd said, "This is exactly what I've been trying to tell everyone 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago when I lived with them, Jen wouldn't feed me or Chad, her real son, when Danny would be out of state, and leave us alone at age 17 with nothing. This woman is horrible, and all she cares about is making her daughter into something she doesn't want to be and take all her money. Her mum didn't cook us one meal. They also said, no, I'm not related to them. They ended up taking me in when I got left in LA from an old friend. They claimed me as their adopted son for a little bit, but I was never legally adopted. Lol. I ended up leaving their place last notice due to their son making problems with me and my girlfriend's family when they were in Chicago, and she tried to call the cops on me saying I'm a runaway, but she's not my mother. Lol. This woman is all over the place. So after Michael exposed Danielle then posted a response video trying to debunk everything that Michael had said in his video. But everyone could see right through this, because at the end of the day, Michael was right. Danielle is being exploited. The only thing you said that is accurate: I let people in and I let them do effed up shit to me. I don't think Michael is the greatest guy, but honestly, I'm scared for your future. You're 15 talking like you think you have a clue when you don't. You may feel mature, you may act mature, but there's a reason why the prefrontal cortex that regulates clear decision making and behaviours is not fully developed till 25. I know you believe everything you're saying right now, but when you finally become an adult and really mature, take a step back and look at your younger years, you'll understand why everyone is making such a big deal. We are not haters, but people genuinely concerned for your future, of the future of other minors in your position. There's a reason why so many adults make claims after the statute of limitations had passed on a trauma that they didn't even realise was trauma at the time until they matured and realised what really happened. I hope you're able to really hear our concerns and get out of the situation you are in. Michael then made one more video called The End of Danielle's Lies, and at the end of the day, both Danielle and Michael have problematic pasts. However, Michael came through with the receipts of how Danielle was being treated by her mother. Danielle Cohn's mom, Jennifer Archambault, runs Danielle's Instagram accounts and all of her other social media accounts. She also allegedly posts comments pretending to be Danielle. Not only does Jen film Danielle in her bikinis, she tells Danielle to show off her body to people on the internet. She's very problematic and the root of all of Danielle's problems. Danielle has tried to stick up for her mom multiple times on social media, saying that this isn't true, but we all know it is. Even though CPS has been called multiple times, Jen constantly gets away with shit, and Danielle backs her up because Danielle gets manipulated by her mother to defend her. Jen recently took to her Instagram live to go off at Danielle's haters, and most people felt like they were watching a 12-year-old attempting to defend themselves. Jen also leaked a lot of stuff about their private lives, which was very controversial and contradicting to watch.
I hope you know I'm not answering any of your things that you keep putting. You want to ask some nice things, you want to talk about some good stuff, then I'll answer. And no, it's not childish for calling the cops if you know somebody's life is at risk. If you know that somebody is going to do something to harm themselves, then you do that. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Danny does drive. She can't drive in LA because she doesn't have a permit. They're not simple questions. They're hate comments that just want stuff to put on their T pages, and I'm not going to. Vacation is amazing. It is so much fun. We're having so much fun. We're doing lots of stuff thanks to Landon and Razor. Like, you know, Danny's not in danger, believe me. My son is close to an adult. My son is an adult. He is 19 years old. He is doing amazing. Like, proud of him. Her permit is only valid in Florida. When you get a permit in a state, you cannot go driving in other states. It's where you live. At that time that she got her permit, it was easier for her to get in Florida. We thought we were going to be staying in Florida a lot longer. Now she needs to go and get one in LA. I don't know if she's going to. We don't even know if we're going to stay in LA or what we're doing. She does not drive in LA because you have to have your permit for a year. Until, like, if you're like in most states, like how when I was 15 years old, I could get my permit and get mine when I was 16. And then after 16, you could just get your driver's license, but they changed it. It's not like that anymore. So if you're 16 or 17, you have to have your permit for a year and then you can get it. But once you're 18 years old, you don't have to get the permit. Guys, please don't bring other people's names in my life because I'm not going to answer those questions. I don't have a problem with Katie. I'm not going to say nothing about Katie. I don't have a problem with any of them. Like, even if we don't get along or don't like each other, it doesn't mean that I have a right to talk about her or she has a right to talk about me. I wish them nothing but the best in life, and that's just the end of it. So you're not going to get anything from me. I'm not going to talk bad about her. Have nothing to say. Hannah, just drop it. You're in school. You're doing great with yourself. Like, just stop. Stop. Just do you, girl. Please. Like, most kids don't even go to college, and you're in college doing great. I don't think anybody should be leaking anybody's address or phone numbers. It's not right. Did your meet and greet get canceled for... Oh, no. It's in October. It hasn't been canceled yet. Hopefully it doesn't, because Danny's been waiting to meet Damien for so long. And I remember waiting, like, in line online for hours for that. Great, I'm glad you got my address and you like to post it. Good thing I live in a huge gated community where you can't get by. Well, if anybody's messing with Hannah, just stop. Just stop. Leave the girl alone. Like, honestly, like, just leave her alone. I don't want any child to get any hate. Just leave her alone. They already knew her address. It's posted all the time. Well, I'm sorry, Hannah, that happened. But I'm telling you right now, let's just move on from the past. Do good in school, follow your dreams, never give up, and I hope that nobody gives her any hate, and I hope that you and your family are doing great. Like, there's just no need for it. You're a beautiful young lady, and wish you nothing but the best, and I'm sure all of her fans wish you nothing but the best too. Okay, so you don't have to sit there and say, I'm not lying. It doesn't matter. That was 3 years ago. I'm not the one speaking in the past. I'm just trying to help them get along with each other. Like, they're all just fighting in here. I'm just trying to say, like, we didn't buy our house. We were renting our house because Danny doesn't know where she wants to live for the rest of her life. If she wants to live in Florida or if she wants to live in LA. But right now, I think that she wants to go back to Florida right now. Her dad's going to teach her how to ride a motorcycle. She's excited for that. So, hey Layla, I know I missed the Florida house, but Danny didn't want to live there anymore. It was just too much for her. Like, that was her and Mikey's house. They wanted to keep it, you know, that we were in process of buying it, and we decided not to because of memories. Plus, the address was leaked, so it was always crap going on, and people sending people, and people always knocking on our door. Me and Danny's dad, we don't text each other. We don't really talk. But, you know, we have Danny deal with everything. And the Florida house was $15,000 a month, and it was a lot, and it was wasting a lot of money for us not to be there. So, that's not the gate code. There's no gate code because you have to give your driver's license and you have to be on the list. So even if you give a gate code to it, you have to have your driver's license and you have to be on the list, and they will call my brother Matt and they will ask him if you're on the list, and if you're not on the list, you're not getting in. Oh, you're talking about the Bel Air house. Yeah, that house it had a lot of memories, but so many people were like always coming in and out. Danny has never been raped, so I don't know where that assumption is coming from, and that's not even something you should be talking about on this live. You know, like, don't start rumors like that, and do not start lies like that, because that's messing with somebody's life. I act like a mom instead of a friend. There's a difference between sexual assault. There's differences, and that's not being brought up on my life. You hate me? Get off my life. And I don't know why people are bringing up stuff from the past. Like, if these people are good right now and they're friends, what does it matter? Where's Mason and Danny? They are with Landon watching a movie. Guys, I don't know where half of you guys get your information from. All you guys do is just, like, try to start stuff. You just want to start stuff between people. I have nothing to say about Israel. Don't care what he has to say. Don't know what you guys want me to say. And yeah, I do deal with a lot of stress every day. It's just so annoying. I guess what pisses me off is when the lies, you know, like, people lie so much and then they put it on the internet, and it's like you have to, like, see that every day, and it's like, you know, it's lies, and it bothers me. No, Chad is not with us on vacation because Chad has to work and he can't take time off. He's taking time off for Halloween Horror Nights, because we're going to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. So, and you're right, like Sophie is it. Sophie, they're right. You guys don't know what happened, so you can't make assumptions. If people aren't saying stuff about it, then it's none of your guys' business. Like I don't know why she's still going at it. Like, literally, like, just stop. Danny does she can share money with her brother if she wants to, but Chad wants to work. He wants to be able to work and take care of a family. Like, that's why he works. And a 19-year-old kid should be working. And you're right, I'm not going to answer any of you guys. Like, you guys send me DMs all the time. I don't read that stuff. Like, I personally don't care. I'm happy in my life. Me, Danny, and my son, my brothers, my family, we're all happy. So why do we care what you guys say? Actually, Danny should be done with school this year. Hopefully Danny finishes everything this year. I mean, it's at her own pace, so she can do what she wants. But she can finish this year. She should be finishing this year. No, she will have a high school diploma. She will graduate from high school. Hi, Matthew. Sorry, people leaked my number, so they keep calling while I'm on here. I'm not going live with any of you guys. No offense. I'm not going to go on live and have people try to throw stuff at me so they can get reactions, so they can post on their pages. I don't want any of that. Yeah, my number got leaked. I wonder how. No, it's not being that word. It's just I'm not entertaining you guys to give you guys more clout that you guys want. You're not going to use my name to get your clout, and you're definitely not going to be on my live to get your clout. Like, it ain't happening. If I was so cared about you guys, I would block you, but I don't. No, I'm not famous. You're absolutely right. But I have more followers than them. So if I go live with them, they're going to gain off of that clout. Like, the little bit of that I have. It's not being famous. It's just, I'm not going to give them the attention they want because they want to get on here and go live so they can say stuff to me and then they'll grow. Like, that ain't happening. I don't have to explain anything to anybody. I don't have to address anything to anybody. I'm living my life. My kids are living their life, and that's all that matters. No, I wish Chad knew how to drive. He has a car. I got him a car, and he still won't learn. Like, somebody please tell Chad to learn. I always have to pick him up from work. I have to drop him off. But he loves it because we talk about work all day when I pick him up. Danny drives. Chad does not drive. Which is sad because Chad is 19. Danny and Chad have two separate dads. If you follow me, you would know that. I posted a picture of both of their dads so you can see what both of them look like. And I loved both of their dads at one point in life, and I still care and love them. And that's just how it is. I said she doesn't drive in LA, but she drove in Florida and had her permit. So yes, she did drive. And we don't have to post any proof to the internet because we don't owe you guys anything. The only thing we owe is when we get a CPS case or the courts come or something like that. Like, or when we go to court or, certain stuff. I don't owe you an explanation, and I don't need to post anything to the internet. Or would you post your legal documents to the internet? No, you're not going to. So my kid and me are not going to neither. And by far, the people that want to sit there and call me a Trumpy or Republican, I am a Democrat. And I will support anybody's decision on what politic party they are. So if you're a Democrat or a Republican, I support you no matter what. That's your decision. It's freedom of speech. But I am a Democrat. Don't care if you're a Republican or you're not. If you support Trump, I'm not going to hate on you or anything because that is your opinion. And I think that's how it should be. Like, I think we have freedom of speech to pick any political party we want. There's different things. Each party has different things. I am not a Republican. I am far from a Republican. I want grandkids. Of course, I want grandkids. Not for a very long time. I want Danny to be successful, have a college education, have a good paying job before she even thinks of having a child.
So is there a way the internet can save Danielle Cohn? With more people becoming aware of what's happening, the more voices we have to share what's going on, and the more evidence that's surfacing, possibly. But unfortunately, a lot of people believe that it won't be until Danielle's an adult that she'll truly understand just why everyone is so outraged. Let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments, and if you would like to see a part 2.